So we have the pituitary gland, right? Which is pituitary gland. It has two parts. Which parts? Anterior and posterior parts. Posterior pituitary and anterior pituitary. Anterior pituitary is going to release how many hormones? They give to synthesize 6 hormones. Do you know those 6 hormones? First is LH, luteinizing hormone. Then FSH. Then TSH. After that, ACTH. Then growth hormone and prolactin. Okay, 6 hormones is synthesized from anterior pituitary. What about posterior? Only 2. The first is, second is ADH. ADH is released from posterior pituitary. So this is ADH. The name of the ADH is Antidiuretic Hormone. So antidiuretic hormone means what? Vasopressin. This is vasopressin. The second name is vasopressin. Okay, don't confuse you. So, what this hormone is going to do? What ADH is going to do? What's the function of ADH? According to the meaning, ADH, antidiuretic hormone, antidiuresis, anticoagulant. Okay, so it prevents you to go to urinate a lot. Okay, so antidiuresis. So diuresis will decrease if it's secreted a lot. For example, when it's secreted a lot, when you're running the marathon, for example, 10 kilometers or 3, to some of you it can be 21 kilometers or 42 kilometers, it doesn't matter. When you're doing a marathon, when you're dehydrated, so that means the ADH is secreted more. Why? To save water in your body. Okay? To save your water. How can we save the water? By decreasing the diuresis. By decreasing the diuresis. How we can decrease the diuresis? By increasing the ADH. Okay? In this case, we increase the ADH, the diuresis decreases, the water losing, so dehydration decreases. So we save water in our body. But how this process is happening? So ADH or vasopressin is going to release, and it goes where? It goes to the nephrons. It goes to the nephrons. Yes, it's going to go to the nephron. So I'm going to draw now the nephron. This is the Bowman's capsule. Inside of the Bowman's capsule, we have what structure? Inside of the Bowman's capsule, we have a lot of glomerulus, right? So after that, what's going to come? The tubules, right? We have a lot of tubules. So the first tubule which is going to come is called? It's going to be called proximal cannula. This is proximal cannulated tubule. After the proximal cannulated tubule, we have descending loop of Henle. After the descending loop of Henle, and then we have distal cannulated tubule, then collecting. This is the collecting duct. Okay? So this ADH is going to come to the nephron. But to which part of the nephron? Which is it? It's going to come to the collecting duct. This is collecting duct. In the collecting duct, we have a lot of aquaporins. Do you still remember what's aquaporin? They are carrier proteins. Do you remember? They're carrier proteins. We learned it during the first lecture. They're carrier proteins which are specialized to transport only water molecules, right? So we have a lot of aquaporins here. So they're going to go where? Through the aquaporins, they're going to be reabsorbed to the blood vessels. Okay? So we have the water amount here. So this water is going to, because of the action of the ADH, function of the ADH is to open the aquaporins, to increase the number of the aquaporins, to stimulate the aquaporins. Okay? So if we increase the number, if we stimulate the aquaporins, if we open the aquaporins, the water molecule is going to be reabsorbed into blood vessels. So this process is called reabsorption of the water. So we reabsorb the water molecules to the blood vessels. Okay. So what happens if we increase the volume? If I'm increasing the volume in the blood vessels, right? If I increase the volume, so I increase the blood pressure in our body. Okay, so blood pressure is going to increase. Not only the blood pressure, so the water retention is also increasing. We are saving the water from excretion. We are avoiding the excess water. That's how our body is going to function. This is the second mechanism of increasing the blood pressure after aldosterone. Do you remember that aldosterone also increased? But how the aldosterone is going to take an action? So we have the kidney. This is the kidney. At the top of the kidneys we have adrenal gland. If I increase the size of the adrenal gland, imagine this is the adrenal gland, I just increased the size, okay? So we have two portions of the adrenal gland. The first is medulla. This is the medulla portion. So this one is medulla in the center. And the outer portion is called
cortex.
This is the cortex. I divide the cortex also into three parts. The first is
Zona glomerulosa.
Zona glomerulosa. Second is
Fasciculata.
in the layer of zona glomerulosa is zona fasciculata. And the inner portion of the cortex is called zona
Vesicularis.
vesicularis. So zona glomerulosa is going to synthesize the mineralocorticoids. Do you know what are the mineralocorticoids?
Aldosterone.
They are aldosterone. Aldosterone. How the aldosterone is going to be synthesized? Aldosterone from
Glomerulosa.
from the lipids. Which lipids? Sing. From cholesterol. It's going to be synthesized from cholesterol. We have this lecture. Okay. So aldosterone is going to be synthesized from, because the formula, the chemical formula is almost the same with cholesterol. Okay. So zona fasciculata is going to synthesize glucocorticoids. Example to the glucocorticoid is cortisol. And zona vesicularis, they synthesize the sex hormones. Which ones?
Testosterone.
So for males it will be testosterone, androgens, right? And for females that will be estrogen, progesterone. Okay, so aldosterone. Let's focus to the aldosterone. This aldosterone, which is synthesizer, is going to affect to distal convoluted tubule. It's going to affect distal convoluted tubule, DCT. Okay, of nephron. So what it does, there are blood vessels as well near the distal convoluted tubule. So its function is to stimulate the sodium channels. So if you stimulate the sodium channels with aldosterone, what's going to happen? The sodium is going to enter to the blood vessel. It's going to be reabsorbed back to the blood vessel. So the sodium is going to go to the blood vessel. If the sodium goes to the blood vessel, that means water molecules are also going to follow. So water will also go to the blood vessels. Okay? So that means we are increasing the volume. If I increase the volume, we are going to increase the blood pressure. Okay, this is the second mechanism of increasing the blood pressure. Any questions from this?
Could you zoom, please?